This is Tim Talk. Welcome to another one. I want to entitle this Tim Talk, always keep in mind these talks are to help us continually educate ourselves about nature and to build our relationship with nature on a deeper level, a personal level, one of heart and one of soul, so that we will take action and go out and fight for and work for and live for our earth so that we can live and so can all the beings on the earth. So one of the things I've seen lately is so often we don't tell the truth. We human beings don't tell the truth. So this one's called Tell the Truth. Now, in order to do things right for the earth, we have to get information that is truthful about what's happening. And in this world of the crazy mass media we have with our phones and our internets and our computers, there is so much information that's false out there. And it is really almost beyond overwhelming at times. I agree and I understand that. But there are some simple basics. We have to tell the truth what's happening to our planet in order to take action. And in order to take the kind of action that cuts through all the crap and becomes real and gets something done. So that's going to take self-education. It's going to take research. It's going to take talking to people. It's going to take time out in the woods, in the wildlands exploring. It's going to take reading books, talking to biologists, and so forth. I think we can all agree there is this thing happening now called global warming. The deniers are simply wrong. They're not telling the truth. They're not okay for that. That's a bad human thing to do, to lie about global warming. So it's happening, and it's due to human beings. There's too many of us. We use too many gas-powered vehicles. It's changing the temperatures across the world, and that, in effect, changes many other aspects of the natural world. And what's happening is right now, as I am speaking to you, about 1 million species of plants and animals are on the verge of extinction due to human beings. Did you hear that? About 1 million. Probably if global warming takes full effect, 2/3 of the animals that live on the earth will die off as a result of human beings. So that is a truth. Some, it's way too late. They're already gone. Or their habitat has been mineralized so much they'll only live in zoos, if that. But for many, it can be changed. And they can be okay. But it takes going to action now. So we have to tell the truth. Global warming is real. And it's affecting all life on Earth. And ultimately, it will affect, in a horrible way, human life. I'm sitting here in October 2020. By 2180 years from now, it will be way too late. It'll probably be way too late in 10 years from now. This next couple of years is the time to tell the truth and go to action. Now, I have great hope. You know, there's this part of me that understands in my head. There's two sides. There's a side of my head that I call the scout way. And you just observe by telling the truth what's happening without a lot of over-emotion, and then decide what action to take based on what you observe. And then there's this, and that part of my head sees that we are in deep trouble. We human beings and the planet that we live on, the only planet that's livable, is in trouble due to us. But ultimately, I realize that the Earth has been through 5 major extinctions due to asteroids and comets and climate change and volcanoes and so forth, where 80 to 90% of the terrestrial life died off long before humans, and the earth rebuilt herself every time back to this glorious place that I'm sitting in right now. So I know in the end run the earth will be okay, and that does give me comfort because I'm an earth caretaker, and I love my earth, and I can't imagine not being able to be here with her. But it's good and comforting to know that she will find her way. But we humans are supposed to be here. I just know it in my soul. We're too significant. We're too amazing. You know, for all the dark things that we do, we have an equal amount of we're just gifts. And I have this vision of a future where human beings live in harmony with the planet, and in caretaking it, all things live as they were meant to live, in a good way. So, but I have this side of my head that says, if we don't get it together, if we human beings don't get it together, we will go away, and it won't be pretty. And we're going to take a lot of beautiful living beings with us. And that won't be pretty. That'll be really sad. But the earth will rebuild herself. So I understand that. But I have the other side of my head that understands that I believe in miracles. And I have hope. And I have dreams. And I know that we're highly intelligent. And we're capable of building great things. And that we can figure this thing out. I have no doubt, not one single doubt in my mind, that if human beings across the globe, the vast majority of us, decided to work for the planet, and thus for ourselves, the greater good, we would accomplish it, and we'd do it well. And history would look upon this next 20, 30, 40 years as the most pivotal in human history. We have the answers. We have the ability. We can get the job done, and we can have a hell of a lot of fun doing it in the process. What will it take to get us off our butts? What will it take to get us off our butts? First, we have to tell the truth. And then we have to take action. So, I want you to think about that. So, as you're operating in this world today, in the world of the internet, and you hear all these stories and things, understand, ask a lot of questions. Seek the truth. And then decide to take action. Okay? Now just let that in for a minute. I want you to know, just kind of a side note, when I'm speaking here right now, I'm speaking at the creek behind my sweat lodge. And my witness is right to my left here, which you can't see, is an old growth cedar tree. And my witness is this beautiful spring-fed creek behind me, Dale Creek. And this space here, where we do a lot of ceremony in our school, is filled with the memories of the people who have come here and been connected deeply to the earth. They are my witness. We can do this thing. Human beings have come together before for a greater good and accomplished it. It's doable. But it's going to take, and I'll wrap with this one, every single person stepping up, becoming an earth keeper, an earth caretaker, caring for the planet on a personal level with how you live, but also being a leader, getting others involved. It's going to take getting involved. That's what's going to make it happen. Not one person can sit quietly back and observe. We all have to jump in. One thing I'll say as I'm wrapping is what I learned in the 70s growing up in the Earth movement and the anti-Vietnam War movement. And I believe this to my heart and soul. It helps to take to the streets. Organize and take to the streets. Let it be known that there's a movement happening for this planet. Peaceful, loving movement. No violence. Take to the streets and show who you are. Step up. Ho. Thank you.